Welcome back to the dojo. This is a green belt lesson. I will assume you can write a class, use an interface, and wire up a dependency with constructor injection, because the last few lessons covered exactly that. I will assume nothing beyond it. Here's a class called Invoice. It calculates a total, prints a receipt, and saves itself to a database. 3 jobs, 1 class. It works. Every test passes. Then the tax office changes how tax is calculated, and you open Invoice to fix it. While you are in there, you also touch the printing logic by accident, because it lives a few lines below the method you were editing. Ship that change, and the printed receipts break too, even though nobody asked you to touch them. Picture a small restaurant with 1 worker. He cooks, he serves tables, he keeps the books, and he cleans up at closing. A new health inspection rule changes how the kitchen must be run, so he retrains. A new tax law changes how the books are kept, so he retrains again. A new menu changes what he serves, so he retrains a 3rd time. 3 unrelated triggers, and every one lands on the same person, because he is the only one doing the job. This is the first of 5 lessons on a set of ideas called SOLID. 5 letters, 5 rules, each one about keeping a class easy to change without breaking something else. S is single responsibility. O is open, closed. L is Liskov substitution. I is interface segregation. D is dependency inversion. This lesson is S. Single responsibility says a class should have 1 reason to change. Not 1 method, not 1 line. 1 reason. 1 axis along which the business can come to you and say, this needs to be different. Invoice has 3. Tax rules, receipt formatting, and how invoices are stored. That is 3 reasons in 1 class. Here is Invoice in full. A constructor takes the customer. A method adds order lines. 3 more public methods: calculate total, print receipt, and save. Nothing about the class name or its fields tells you it is about to do 3 unrelated jobs. Calculate total walks the order lines, sums the price times quantity for each one, and applies the tax rate. This is the tax logic. It is the part a tax office rule change touches. Print receipt formats the same order lines into a string laid out for a printer. Item, quantity, price, a line per row, a total at the bottom. This has nothing to do with tax math. It is about how the paper looks. Save writes the invoice out to storage. This has nothing to do with tax math or printing either. It is about where the data lives. Run it, and all 3 jobs work. A receipt prints, the total is correct, and a line confirms the row was saved. Nothing is broken. That is exactly why this is dangerous. It looks fine right up until one of the 3 reasons to change collides with the other 2. Three reasons to open this file: a tax rule change, a receipt layout change, a storage change. Each one is a legitimate reason for someone to edit invoice, and each edit risks breaking the other 2 jobs the class also does, jobs the editor was not even thinking about. If this is landing, subscribing helps the channel reach more people. Let's keep training. Here's what 1 reason to change actually buys you. A class with 1 job can only break for 1 reason. When it breaks, you know exactly where to look. And when you fix it, you know exactly what else could be affected. Nothing outside that 1 job. A class with 3 jobs turns every edit into a guess about which of the other 2 you might have just disturbed. The fix is not to shrink invoice. It is to give each job its own class. Calculate total becomes invoice calculator. Print receipt becomes invoice printer. Save becomes invoice repository. Invoice itself shrinks down to the data, the order lines and the customer. Nothing that does anything. Invoice calculator takes an invoice and returns a total. One public method, calculate. Its only reason to change is a tax rule, because tax math is the only thing it does. Invoice printer takes an invoice and returns a formatted string. Its only reason to change is a layout request, because formatting is the only thing it does. It does not know how tax is calculated, and it does not need to. Invoice repository takes an invoice and writes it to storage. Its only reason to change is a storage decision. A new database, a new table shape. It does not know how tax is calculated or how a receipt is laid out. The program wires the three together. Build an invoice, hand it to invoice calculator for a total, hand it to invoice printer for a receipt, hand it to invoice repository to save. 3 collaborators, each doing exactly one job, each callable on its own. Run it, and the output is identical to before. The same total, the same receipt, the same confirmation. Nothing about what the program does has changed. What changed is which file you would open for each of the 3 reasons that used to collide. Now the tax office's rule change touches invoice calculator, and only invoice calculator. Invoice printer is not opened, is not retested, is not at risk because nothing in it changed. That is the whole payoff. One reason to change contained to one class. It is tempting to keep going. If splitting one class into 3 was good, splitting invoice calculator further must be better, right? Watch what happens when that instinct is not checked. Invoice calculator gets split into total calculator, tax calculator, discount calculator, and line item summer. 4 classes now, each with one method, each wired into the next. To answer one question, what does this invoice cost? You now open 4 files and trace a call through all of them. None of those 4 classes has a second reason to change. Each one is still technically single responsibility on its own. But the class doing the real coordinating work, wiring 4 calculators together for one number, has become its own maintenance burden, and nobody asked for that job to exist. The test is not how small a class is. It is whether 2 different, real business reasons could ever ask it to change independently. Tax rate and volume discount are usually decided by the same team, on the same roadmap, for the same reason. Splitting them apart did not remove a reason to change. It just added 3 extra files to read every time that one reason shows up. First mistake. Single responsibility is not about how many methods a class has. Invoice calculator can have 5 methods and still be single responsibility, as long as every one of them exists to answer the same question. What does this invoice cost? Method count is not the test. Reason to change is. Second mistake. Splitting a class does not automatically fix anything if the pieces still share a reason to change. Renaming invoice into invoice data and invoice logic with all 3 original jobs just moved into invoice logic is not a refactor. It is the same one class with a new name. Third mistake. Chasing one class. One method, as a rule, produces what the industry calls shotgun surgery. One real change now requires editing many tiny classes instead of one. Single responsibility asks for one reason to change, not one line of code per class. Single responsibility. A class should have one reason to change. One axis the business can ask it to be different along. Not one method, not one line. This week's drill. Open a class you have written that does 2 unrelated jobs. Name the 2 reasons somebody could ask it to change, and split it so each reason has its own class. Stop as soon as each piece answers to exactly one of those reasons.